Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, make sure you make sweet love to that subscribe button so you're not missing any of these reactions, my vlogs about my mental health journey, my celebrity interviews about their mental health journeys, or any of the other amazing content in between. I am so excited to keep expanding my content and creating more for you guys to help with not only your mental health journey, but the mental health journeys of those around you that you might not know how to connect with. So I am very excited. Make sure today, light some candles, put out a bowl of fruit, really make sweet love to that subscribe button. Today, I am super grateful to have this video sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp has helped over 1.2 million people connect with a licensed counselor. That just blows my mind. BetterHelp is an online, customized therapy tool that allows you to connect with licensed professionals by video, by phone, or by chat. So you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You don't have to see their face if you don't want to. And I think that can be really awesome when you're just feeling super anxious, which a lot of people might be when they're reaching out for therapy. I have used this service, and I have to say it is so much easier to do online therapy than it is in-person therapy. I have been tossed between professionals through the majority of my life up until a couple years ago, since a young age, and it's such a grueling process because you have to find someone that is either affordable or accepts your insurance. Then you have to get an appointment, which is just jumping through so many hoops. There were times where I was really struggling and it took me months to get into therapy. Once it actually took me an entire year to get in with a professional, despite the fact that I was really in a dark place. And that's just tragic. And then if you feel like you don't connect with that person, then you have to start that process all over again. And it can just be exhausting, and it can really turn people away from getting the help that they might really need. BetterHelp is much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. I can't even describe to you how crazy amazing that is. When I learned that I just, it blew my mind to know that you can get with somebody now in 48 hours. And this is such a necessary thing during this time where people might not be able to leave their house, or they might not feel comfortable leaving their house. Therapy can be an invaluable tool to your mental health journey, and there's absolutely no shame in getting help for normal life struggles. And as a special offer to all of my viewers, you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy by going to my link betterhelp.com/Amanda Webster. That's betterhelp.com/Amanda Webster. Thank you so much again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now thanks to my amazing Patreon Vincent, am diving back down the Nightwish rabbit hole, which I am always excited to do, as you guys know. I was introduced earlier this year, and it's just always such a joy to get to jump down that rabbit hole. So Vincent, thank you so much for your love and support and believing in me. Like I said, I'm just completely overcome with gratitude for all of the support I have through my Patreon, through my sponsors, through all of you. I love and appreciate you so much. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon and all the amazing benefits you get, make sure to do so. Link in the description. Every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach, and that is how you get priority song requests, among a bazillion other things. But you know what? I am just dying to get some Nightwish energy, so this is Walking in the Air by Nightwish. Get a little sneak peek here. I find myself smiling and nothing's even really happened yet. We're walking in the so high above you. Did I just jump in a time machine? Because I feel like I just went back to medieval times listening to this. I'm assuming that this is Taria, is it? Because this is not Floor. So I'm assuming that this is Taria. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And she's just as incredible. She's just as amazing, and I'm just as blown away. And I feel like I'm floating. Maybe that's because they're talking about floating in the air. This just already seems so innocent, and I just love their innocence. That's the thing I always connect to. Is I feel like we lose that so much, and I'm getting the vibe of love, floating on cloud nine, being Twitter pated with someone. That is the vibe I am so far getting, and that just warms me up from the inside. Rewind. I definitely don't want to miss that high note there. There's still a child in me. That's my inner child coming out, talking about the swooping low on an ocean deep and arousing the mighty monster from its sleep in the context of a love story. I'll let you guys use your imagination on what they're referring to there. I don't think I need to pick apart that lyric. I think you know darn well what they're referring to there. But I love the love story, and I love that there doesn't really seem to be layers to this song like there is with a lot of Nightwish songs, how it's very poetic, how it's very deep, but it's not lacking in emotion, and it's certainly not lacking in talent, so I still love it just as much. I promise I'm rewinding. I don't want to miss your high note there. really love about Nightwish, even with Darya, she's still just as talented as Flora. I have no preference between the two, to be honest with you. I know that there's probably some war waging in comment sections across the world over who's better, but I really find them both immensely talented, and I'm not going to take sides in that war. So if that's what you were wanting, I'm so sorry. That's not going to happen today. But the thing I love about Nightwish is that they preserve music as art. They preserve the art of music. It isn't just some superficial thing that's been created to make a buck or two. There's really still so much art and passion. And that's what it takes to create real art, in my opinion, is passion. And I think the story is really telling us that, suspended disbelief and a vivid imagination can drive us and push us forward. And it can remove us, if even for a single moment, it can remove us from the incessant worry of a life that's lived on fast forward and that's lived with stoic maturity that doesn't serve us nearly as much as we think it does. And this was such a fun little romantic interlude. And I don't think that there was anything else to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there was a deep meaning that I am missing out on for once, but I think it was just really believing that you can overcome obstacles with the strength of this person, of this love interest, which is so powerful. Believing that you're flying, just feeling that euphoria and that ecstasy of flying with someone and just rising above everything else, rising above all of your issues and all of your worries, and rising above the concerns and the thoughts of everyone else. And as much as I love love and I love romance, I just don't want you guys to forget that you don't need another person to feel loved and to feel like you're floating and to fly high and to fly above. You don't need that. It's great and it's a beautiful feeling, and connection is really valuable to us as people, as humans, because we are pack animals, but it doesn't have to be a romantic love to get that exact same euphoria. So don't ever forget that. No matter where you guys are, good, bad, and crazy, share your stories here in the comments. I want to know the good. I want to know the inspirational. I also want to know the struggles and the challenges. That's how we break the mental health stigma. That's how we shatter the heck out of the mental health stigma, is by talking about it. Like I said, make sure that you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video, share it. You never know who might need to see it. Again, thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. Guys, I'll link that below too, so you can make sure that you get your 10% off. That supports the channel, and it will massively support a lot of people in being able to get the help that they need and deserve. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Mwah!